Hi guys, it's Stock Trader Max here, and welcome to another video where today we're going to be analysing the S&P 500, the Nasdaq 100, followed by the Bitcoin price chart. Today is Thursday, so we do have some economic data, but before I head over to the economic calendar, just a quick one. Anyone who's interested in joining my Signal team, this means receiving my trades that I share with you all over my private Telegram group chat, then make sure you sign up on my website, dailymarketmovements.com. I charge a very small fee of just over $20, and it gives you access to the Investors Lounge, where I upload daily content almost. Where I speak about the current positions that we have open over on my Telegram group chat. And it also gives you access to the educational hub where you can learn to trade how I trade on a day-to-day basis. I teach my setups, the indicators that I use, etc. So yeah, dailymarketmovements.com if you'd like to sign up. But let's head over to the economic calendar. Today we have a busy day. We have the core PCE inflation report. So that's going to give us an indication of how inflation is currently performing. But I think one of the most important announcements today, of course, is the initial jobless claim. Obviously, last week we had a very good number of 227, where the expectations were 240. Today, the expectations are quite low, 229. So I wouldn't be surprised if we had a number slightly higher than that. But if we can just get a number around 230k, that's pretty decent moving forward. We also have the Chicago PMI just after that. Again, more inflation data, and then obviously tomorrow is the big one. Tomorrow we do have the non-farm payrolls figure. That's the one that really counts. A very low number is expected. It'll be interesting to see what those figures show, but obviously we had a lot of hurricane damage during last month. But let's get started with today's video, starting with off of the charts. S&P 500 here, currently trading at 5,770. We have dipped, and this is simply due to the fact that we saw Microsoft and Meta report earnings last night. Stocks are trading down ever so slightly, roughly 3 to 4%, which is not bad. I think that the earnings report, I listened to the calls last night. I read through the figures, and it wasn't bad at all. It was pretty strong numbers, no major hiccups here, so that's very important. And obviously the market is just consolidating and falling a little bit slightly. Maybe a move down towards the 50-day EMA makes sense here to go and touch base. We haven't done that since the 11th of September, so over a month now. That only offers a 1% decline from current prices. Again, guys, I've had a strategy over on my Telegram group chat to my trading team, and that is to just focus on Bitcoin and Bitcoin proxies. We're seeing these stocks explode. Look at MicroStrategy, for example, a massive breakout. We've seen Bitcoin breakout as well. Obviously, we'll get to Bitcoin in a few moments' time, but the S&P 500 has kind of just consolidated trading sideways, and I think that's just due to the fact we have been anticipating these earnings figures, and most important of all, we have the US election next week. So until we get some certainty regarding who's going to be the next president for the next 4 years, I think that the stocks will continue to trade sideways, if not slightly towards the downside, as we await that answer. Nasdaq 100 also falling, obviously more heavily based on technology stocks, Meta and Microsoft having a more heavier weightage in this index, currently down 1%. Yesterday we ended the day down 1% as well, so 2% off those recent swing highs that we've seen. But again, if we fall down to the 50-day EMA, only represents a 1.4% fall. I think it makes sense. We also haven't touched base with the 50-day EMA since the 11th of September. I think the 50-day EMA will offer a fantastic buying opportunity. That's where you can start to nibble. Perhaps next week with the US election, we could see a further depreciation in the price. Worst comes to worst, we go and retest a 200-day EMA. Wouldn't be bearish. It would still be considered a higher low, and that offers a 7% decline. And from the recent swing highs, that would offer roughly a 9.22% correction here. But again, this area here, team, would offer a fantastic buying opportunity as we head into the end of the year. It's just a question of whether or not we're fortunate to be able to buy these stocks at these low prices down in the 200-day EMA post-US election. I don't really know if we'll get that low, but I think the 50-day EMA is a given before we then go and break above the all-time high and go and hit my target of roughly 21,600 as we go into the end of the year. Finally, guys, moving over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin just shy of an all-time high. This white line on your screens represents that all-time high. We have been buyers in the Signal Group since 18th of September, where we bought Bitcoin down at 57,900. Long and behold, we have broken out here, and we are very close hitting my take profit of 75,000. I think that this will, this market will continue to trade higher, but no problem. I continue to hold several Bitcoin proxies, such as the Bitcoin miners, stocks like MicroStrategy, for example. So if you want to gain access to the trades that we currently have open over on my Signal team, we've had a great year so far. If I just quickly show you, the past couple of months, for example, we have absolutely smashed it, and we're up 177%, and many of our current positions remain in profit. So if you would like to join my Signal team, then make sure you visit my website, dailymarketmovements.com. Don't forget, I charge a very small fee of just over $20 to join, and this will give you instant access to my Telegram group chat where you can go and copy the Bitcoin and Bitcoin proxy trades that we currently have open. Thank you very much. Have a great trading session, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.